Pete, what's up? I'm in the process of getting the website back up and running. It's technically available on the free, Infinity free. I'm hosting on there, and I've got the GoDaddy domain name, so it's technically up, but it's got like this site.pro template. I'm trying to take it off of there. I'm kind of going a little bit against some of my own creativity standards and trying to use Cadence AI for the basically, I guess, the user interface of the website, going through WordPress. But for now, it's using site.pro, and it looks crappy. I don't even think there's anything clickable on it. Let me see. No, it just looks crappy. It's the logo. Some changes that might be coming up, you guys might notice. The logo is sometimes I'm using this different logo, and I think I'm gonna maybe shift slowly into that logo. I've been trying to use it when I talk more about just like straight up IT topics, but I might just start using it because that's gonna be generally what I'm gonna be talking about a lot more from now on. I'll still talk about gigs and stuff too. But while I'm working on all these projects and portfolio related things, I'll do that. You'll also probably notice I have to write down these topics so that I know what I'm putting in the description for the topics today. I'm posting more on YouTube. I'm doing it project based. Right now I'm learning the details behind DHCP and DNS, kind of diving into that module. Bear with me, I've recorded some stuff that I'm not particularly proud of or don't feel like it's been very smooth or that I've really got like the best grasp on explaining it, but sometimes the best way for me to realize what I do or don't understand is to try to talk about it, and then when I'm talking about it I'm like, ooh, I really don't fully understand this. I'm also, this is just kind of an update episode, just to keep you guys informed. I think on the blog what I'm gonna do is put, not always, but I'll put some of the steps for some of the steps for like any of the stuff I've talked about, like making websites in particular, or some of the other topics. I'll put like the step by step of what to click and where to go. If that ends up not being like way too energy consuming for me, I'll probably do it that way, so you'll have like a just quick and dirty like reference without having to watch the videos or listening to me kind of like fumbling through things. And I've noticed I do spend a lot of time when I'm recording, but I don't want to get rid of all the content that I make that is incorrect when I make mistakes, but I also don't want to put that in portfolio project areas. So I'm basically making a new playlist called Bloopers. It's going to be on the YouTube channel, and it's going to be called Bloopers. So the videos where I have a whole bunch of mistakes and I'm kind of like learning as I go and fumbling around. I mean, of course there's going to be some mistakes, but instead of going back and editing all of it out, I'd rather just keep it all in and then put it under bloopers, so that if you want like a reference that has a lot of accuracy. You know, the accurate videos for tutorial and educational purposes will be posted, and I hope to have a couple blog posts with it. I don't want to add like way too much stuff to the point where I'm like spending all day doing all this, because I've got other stuff I need to do. Like, I gotta make money. I can't just be like creating stuff all day, you know. I mean, these are more like passion projects. It's fun for me. A lot of it isn't monetized. Maybe it could be or should be, but at the moment it's kind of not. So I'm doing a lot of this through my free energy. And it does take me hours. Like yesterday I spent, how long did I spend working on these websites? I spent, it looks like an hour and 5 minutes, then another 2 hours and 20 minutes. Working on some things. I don't know if they were all video. Actually, the hour and 10 minutes wasn't video. It was just working on the Game and Compute website, and then as like a trial, and then the recording, the recorded version I'm doing through Magic Skin Tech, that project. So that's like 2 hours and 11 minutes or something like that. So like I've spent like over 3 hours, almost 3.5 hours just working on websites yesterday, and about over 2 of those hours were me making videos, stumbling around through it. And yeah. And today is kind of, you know, posting day. I need to post before I get too far backlogged with a bunch of stuff. So I'm in the process of posting right now. That's probably going to take me quite a few hours of my morning, of my afternoon. So, I mean, I love doing this kind of stuff. It's fun, or else I wouldn't be trying to do it. But you know, it's kind of crazy. I put up the Game and Compute website. That went up fine, and then I went to do the same thing for Magic Skin Tech. And basically, the issue I have now, which you'll see if you look at the bloopers once I post it, I've got Magic Skin Tech up. All the everything kind of connected, because remember it has to wait like sometimes 24 to 72 hours. I was able to connect the domain name with the name servers, but basically now when you type in the domain name, it's redirecting to the infinity free magicskintech.infinityfreeapp.com instead of just magicskintech.com. And I also made a little content within that bloopers video of me explaining how to what do you call it? I guess get past the not secure error message that you see on Chrome or other browsers when you're looking for a site, when you're looking up a website and it gives you that like page with the red and it says not secure, and it has that little cross through where it says no HTTPS, and having to get the credentials and all that with the SSL and all these other things. So I was able to get through the steps to make that part work. So that part I was able to do for both of the websites. So it does show up. So that part I explained accurately, but the stuff before it, basically the domain is pointing to the wrong thing, basically. It's redirecting out to the other site instead of directing using the .com domain. I need to figure out what I did to make that happen, because that's not what I want. So I'm backtracking. I went back and put the GoDaddy domain name server, so at the moment Magic Skin Tech is not on the the name servers are not connected to the Infinity free hosting. It's back connected to GoDaddy hosting. I mean, one option would be to run the website through GoDaddy, but then you have to pay for their hosting every month, which is the reason why I want to go through Infinity free, because you don't have to pay the hosting. So I need to figure out what I did, but that's going to take me time, and I might just post the bloopers video. It is going to be frustrating, though. It's a frustrating video for me. I'm frustrated with myself, but it was frustrating for me. So but I've got the footage, so I might as well. At this point, I feel like I might as well just post it as I'm fumbling my way through this. But one website is up and working. The only difference that I can tell so far is because it's using site.pro. So I'm wondering if I'm not able to use Cadence AI or Softoculus with WordPress with Cadence AI, if it has to redirect or not. That's the only difference I'm noticing. I'm trying to get Game and Compute to use Cadence AI, so those are kind of the things I'm working on today, this afternoon. It's probably gonna honestly take me all afternoon if I do start uploading stuff, but guys, these projects take me hours, and you know, this isn't my first rodeo with websites. I do kind of tend to fumble around with them, so I don't know what my success rate is, but I would say, I can always get a website up and running, but the situation with the domain names, the name servers, the SSL, the CNAME records, somewhere in there I get a little tripped up, and maybe it's the waiting in between. Infinity free does have a lot of steps where when you're trying to connect these certifications and everything, the steps do seem like I've done them before, and then there is that waiting a few minutes between, so it's hard to tell if it's either working or not working, or if I just need to wait. So I might need to be a little more patient with it, but I'm trying not to get too frustrated with it. It's working, partially working. I've got two partially working websites. One is pointing to the right domain name without having the right template, and the other one is pointing to the wrong domain name with the template that I want. And I'm wondering if the issue is that it's not possible to do it exactly like I want, or if it is possible. And I've watched some other tutorials, so I might go back through some of the other tutorials and see for sure if theirs are redirecting or if they're not redirecting, because I don't want it redirecting, because it looks weird. It really just looks strange. I don't want that. So maybe with Infinity free, maybe you do have to use that extension, or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. So, but I did say I was gonna post it, so I don't wanna not post. I'm kind of a little bit feeling a little pressure of rushing because I posted the other video first already, and it's already got some views, so I don't want to take it down. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. My little updates for right now. Those are some upcoming changes you'll probably see, and then but again, I'm not posting daily. Like I mentioned, this stuff takes me hours and hours to do, and it's taking time away from doing other things, but I do want to do it. Kind of think I do need to do it, but I do want and need to do it, but I also don't want to spend like all day long doing it. So like I spent most of Sunday doing it and a whole lot of Tuesday doing it, and now I'm about to spend a whole lot of Wednesday doing it. So but how else are you gonna learn? How else do you learn but doing? Like, I can read about it, I can watch tutorials, and it seems like I know it, but when I put it into action, there seems to be a lot of troubleshooting experience that comes after the initial experiences. But this isn't the first time I've used these sites, so I'm really kind of curious as to what I'm missing, what's going on. But I'll get into it. We'll see if I figure it out. But you guys might see some bloopers. I intend to post some bloopers. I intend to switch things over to bloopers when I'm making a lot of mistakes, because otherwise it's going to get too confusing if you think you're trying to follow along and it's just like, oh sorry, I did this whole video and messed this whole thing up. Because that's pretty much how yesterday's video went. It was almost like 30 minutes of the recording, and then I realized, I was like, this isn't exactly how I want it to be, because it's redirecting. But it does still have the template that we originally put. But yeah, I backtracked back to the GoDaddy name servers. I'm just gonna start from scratch and try it again. That's all I can really do. Is either keep trying or give up. So alright, so those are updates for now.